It's a warm welcome to you viewers as we meet once again on another episode of Crime Watch, a program brought to you by your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, to inform you of our roles and operations. I'm your host, Tendekai Dandarasi. It's good to have you along. The nation is still coming to terms with the gruesome murder of a young person, Tapiwa Makore, recently, and His Excellency President Emmerson Mnangagwa has condemned such barbaric acts of violence. He raised his concerns during the burial of the late national hero, Brigadier General Rufus Chigudu.
Government is very concerned about growing cases of ritual murders of minors. Let me reiterate that all stakeholders in our criminal justice system speedily and strongly deal with the perpetrators so that this evil trend is expunged from our society.
The president of the Chiefs Council, Chief Fortune Charumbira, also added his voice on these violence acts, which he said are un-Zimbabwean in nature.
Azvisina kutaridza kuti tava vanhu nokuti muka chete ndiyo inogona kuti inouraya imwe muka igobvarura namapisi zvidimbu isu kuvanhu hazviko sezvatakawa kwamurewa mazuva aperawa kuti munhu unoshizhiwa cheka nebanga pahuro kushizha wadero mochanga kucheka mapisi kuti ruoko gura musoro isapo izvo muchitira kuti sokuti muri kucheka nyama yeng'ombe wozofunga kuti inyika yevanhu chaivo here vanhu vanonzi vano hunhu ona kuti apo hunhu hwene hwabva pasisina munhu.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police confirms that in the ongoing investigations of the gruesome murder of Tapiwa Makore, 2 complete legs were recovered in a pit toilet near a village football pitch in Murewa. Police are yet to recover the skull and the hands. In a disturbing child murder incident this week, police arrested a 43-year-old Zimba man who left his 2 male children at home while he went for a peace job. He returned drunk and accused his children of seeking for food from neighbors. He then picked a hoe which he used to assault the children. He struck his 7-year-old child on the head, who bled to death, while the 10-year elder brother suffered a fractured left hand and a swollen right hand. The elder child managed to sneak out for help, leading to the suspect's arrest. In a related matter, a chief woman has been arrested by police after he burnt his own son and kept him locked in a room for 2 weeks to conceal this act.
The complainant was asleep at night and the accused person came home being drunk, and he woke the complainant up and he told him, you know your offenses. The accused person started beating the complainant with a shambok. The accused person pushed the complainant and he fell on the fireplace where there was fire. The complainant at first fell on his left shoulder and he tried to wake up. The accused person pushed him. The second time, that's when he fell on his right side, hitting his face.
Azopedza kuzvava vamubura ndobva vamuisa murume yavanovati ndobva vamuvharira imomo kwe2 weeks vakamuvharira vachimurapa nezai nemazerere kusvikira azopora. Ndopaakatanga kuzobudawo kunze uku vanhu vazhinji vakuzomuona kuti vanhu vazoripota anga abudawo kunze vanhu vakumuona akutiza pamba.
Ndakaona mwana atsva ndichibva kumunda ndichinomubvunza kuti ko zvafamba sei. Iye akanditsanangurira kuti atsva nemvura. Ndofunga ndakaita mhando dzakawanda mazuva akawanda ndichimubvunza. Ndikaedzawo kuti vamwe vandaikwanisa kuti vamubvunze vaingozanangura achiti atsva nemvura achibva akwiza. Ndakatomuti asi mafuta una chongochibika here. Akati aiwa ndachandachibika. Ndikati asi mafuta here zvikanzi handachandachibika. Ndikati aiwa hakuna mvura inopisa munhu chidai.
We paid several attempts to arrest the accused person. We came 2 times and the accused person wasn't around. Then the accused person was arrested on the third day, whereby we came at his homestead in village 9 Magamba and we arrested the accused person.
There you have it, viewers. Such sad circumstances we find children in the hands of the people who are supposed to protect them. Superintendent responsible for crime and operations in Chifu District encouraged members of the public to report such cases at the earliest opportunity.
We would want to urge the public to quickly make reports to police whenever they see or whenever they view incidents of child abuse in their communities. We are looking at this report where a boy was abused by his biological father. This report circulated in the media before it was reported to the police. We would also want to give a very stern warning to perpetrators of such crimes that the long arm of the law would definitely get hold of them.
A series of armed robbery cases, some of which resulted in the murder of a female shopkeeper, destruction and loss of property, had given Masvingo residents and other districts sleepless nights until Masvingo police arrested these criminals.
The crack team visited one of the scenes at the Mudavan Business Center, an area under Chief Charumbira, where about 10 spent cartridges of an AK rifle were recovered. During the incident of the robbery, a lady by the name Mary Chukwenere, aged 35 of Chukwenere village, was killed. An armed robbery was reported at Stephen Business Center, where the armed robbers by the name Nyashandambakua and Sam Jack robbed the business shops. They took away cell phones and cash. On that same day, crack team received information that there were 2 suspects who were selling cell phones at Zimra building in Masvingo town. A swift reaction to that effect was made by the crack team, and upon arrival they were given description of the accused persons. Crack team arrested the 2 suspects at Windtalk Barber Shop, where they were having their haircuts. During the interviews, the accused person confessed that they were responsible for the robbery which took place at Stephen Business Center during that day. Further interviews revealed that the same accused persons were the ones responsible for the armed robbery which took place at Mudavan Business Center, area under Chief Charumbira, where a lady was killed.
This arrest was hailed by the community leadership, who expressed their gratitude on the work done by the police.
Kutenda mapurisa zetherapy nguva zhinji tinowanikwa tichitaura kusagutsikana pamusoro pemapurisa kuti vanonoka kuuya kana tamhan'ara nyaya dzedu kana kwabiwa kana kuti dzimwe nguva havauyi. Asi nhasi ndamira pano kuti nditi vanhu vaya vakandigonera ini kwaCharumbira, vakagonera mhuri kwaCharumbira, vakagonera nyika yeZimbabwe. Pakapera mazuva maviri takangoti vachawanikwa ivava, nokuti hapana kana wataridza kuti vanhu vanga vakapfeka zvakati vakadai kana tikangoti zvatorova. Takagara tikatokangamwa tikati anofunga zvakatokona zviya. Kwapera miedzi 3-4 tikava kuti vanhu vaya vakazobahwa.
We take a short break. Join us shortly. Welcome back to the second segment of Crime Watch. The anti-stock theft operation brought smiles to members of the public after the recovery of over 70 cattle by police in Gwanda.
Problematic crime is that of stock theft. That is a crime of concern. We have got the neighboring border with the Botswana. Our people from the areas like of Shanyaugwe, Sinai, Ngoma, and the Hwali, go to Botswana and steal cattle from Botswana. They come to Zimbabwe, rebrand the cattle with their brands, and then sell them to our local abattoirs. But however, we are managing to make good arrests with the help of the Tswana people. We have always alerted our counterparts in Somlale police station in Botswana, who will always bring their farmers to identify some of the cattle if they are arrested, if we manage to recover some. And of late, we have managed to arrest 4 accused persons. We have managed to recover 70 cattle, which are from Botswana.
The officer commanding police, Gwanda district, had this to say.
What necessitated the carrying out of this operation is that the stock theft cases were so rife, and this area was a no-go area because the complainants, that is those people who would have lost their cattle, could not come down here because a lot of people were engaging much in stock theft to an extent that the complainants were so afraid to actually try to make means to recover their cattle. So therefore we felt that we were supposed to actually do this patrol because the people who were actually divided themselves into groups to recover cattle, and in the process they were fighting. Sometimes we could be charged for attempted murder. So to avoid that, we actually had to carry out this operation, which we were looking forward to it having to mend the relations between ourselves, the police and the public. So we are going to put structures. At the same time, we're going to actually arrest the accused persons. So that alone will actually make them safe to actually live in their area and to secure their property. We are not going to destroy the groupings that were there. We engage them or incorporate them into the neighborhood watch committee so that they know how to effect an arrest without having to kill or injure a person.
In Shurugwi, the Zimbabwe Republic Police has been fighting illegal mining activities, which have become a danger to human life and the environment. Recently, a man died whilst others were injured after they were trapped underground.
Recently, we had an incident whereby illegal miners were doing mining activities, and one of the tunnels collapsed, and we lost one of the illegal miners. Some of them were saved, some of them got injured. So these are kind of activities that we are advising our people to desist so that lives are safe.
Still in Shurugwi, another illegal miner died after he was assaulted by members of the public who accused him of stealing. The police are urging members of the public to desist from mob justice.
Some of these illegal miners, they come from all over the country. So when they come here in Shurugwi in search of the precious metal, at times fortune doesn't knock at them, so they end up engaging in other crimes. We have got a recent murder case whereby one of the illegal miners went to a certain place to steal. Unfortunately, he was caught, and members of the public beat him to death. As police, we are warning members of the public to desist from mob justice or instant justice on perpetrators of crime, as they'll be arrested as well, because they will also have committed a crime. Whenever someone has committed a crime, they should apprehend that person and call us so that we can take the person to court. So far, we've managed to account for 5 of the murderers, and we are still investigating the matter.
Some parts of Zimbabwe have already received their first rains. The rain season comes with challenges on the roads, and the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe took time to advise drivers and pedestrians on how to navigate the roads during this season.
We would like to educate one another or create awareness around the issue of driving in the rains. Number one, the vehicle itself must be fit to be driven. That's a fundamental requirement, because in the event that you are caught up in the rains and you are driving an unfit vehicle, when the vehicle misbehaves and you have a breakdown, you become a hazard, an actual hazard, because hazards can be potential or actual. The tires has to have 1 millimeter to 3 millimeter tread depth in order to be able to avoid tire hydroplaning. Planing is when the tire rides on a thin film of water. It won't be resting firmly on the tarmac or on the road surface. That way, braking and steering ability are severely compromised. Then you start skidding. In the event that the vehicle is skidding, it is advisable for those vehicles not fitted with the anti-lock brake system ABS to avoid braking as much as possible. You have to reduce speed by removing your foot off the accelerator and let the engine deceleration activate the slow movement of your vehicle or the slowing of the vehicle. As a natural and basic tip, slow down when you are driving in the rains. You need to maintain safe following distance with the vehicle ahead. We encourage no driving at all when you see that it's in the dark and there is a torrent. A torrent, these are torrential rainfall. It's better to be late than to be late. Also, when parking your vehicles, there is going to be gale or strong wind which might destroy trees and buildings. So it's inadvisable to park your vehicles under very tall old trees. They have a lifespan. They might just fall on your car. Another issue that we want to highlight is the tendency by some drivers to drive through flooded rivers and bridges. If ever you find a bridge, a river flooded, you are supposed to wait until the floods are over. Then there are times when there is window fogging or a windscreen fogging. Some vehicles, modern vehicles, who have the state of the art, have rear demisters or front demisters where you can just press the buttons. But sometimes you have to adjust. Inside your car, you may use your aircon. Kana wadona zvanetsa kutotora chidhende kutotora wesi kutopukuta zviri nani pane kufamba usingaonekwi kana usingaboni, because visibility is critical. At some points when fogging starts from outside, you need to roll down your windows a bit to allow air to ventilate. It's about ventilation. To our pedestrians, to be watchful and alert for my driver. No, just splash water onto the pedestrian. Some drivers are careless.
To those who are just joining us, we are in the third and final segment of Crime Watch. Policing in Kariba is unique in that it covers the 289-kilometer-long lake, the vast national park, and the residential areas. Crime Watch recently caught up with the officer commanding police Kariba district, who gave us an insight on the crime trends in the area.
The district has 3 policing stations, that is the Kariba, Makuti, and Shirundu. We do police the Lake Kariba, the border post, that is Shirundu, and the Makariba border post. We also have the land where we have the national parks, the safari areas, and the conservancies in the district. We also police few commercial farms and small border farms. Our prevalent crimes are water related, such as theft of boat engines, poaching of carpenter, and smuggling through the use of boats and canoes. As police, we cannot win the fight against cross-border crimes alone. Hence, we need to work together with other stakeholders such as Zimbabwe National Army, Parks and Wildlife Authority of Zimbabwe, and the community at large, as well as our Zambian counterparts, whom we enjoy good relations with. We appeal to boat owners to keep serial numbers and other personal identification marks. This helps in the easy identification of such property in the event of being stolen. We also urge members of the public to supply any crime-related information for the police to work on.
Looking at security issues, security alarm systems make a major difference in deterring crime. Most organizations and residents are now utilizing these security alarm systems.
Right. Today we're going to talk about end-of-blind alarms. Security alarm systems make a major difference in the deterrence of crime Most commercial and industrial premises, as well as more domestic premises, now utilize a security alarm system. Having a quality alarm system that works properly is crucial for the utmost security of your home and business. False alarms are a frustrating annoyance. Usually up to 90% of all alarm activations are false alarms. And this costs consumers, installers, rapid response companies significantly in time and money. False alarms also impinge on the resources of the monitoring and rapid response companies. It is the highest importance that rapid response services are deployed only to legitimate and confirmed alarm activations. There are various solutions to false alarms, which is a subject for another day. But another solution for the problems lies in visual verification systems. Visual verification refers to the use of camera images which are captured at the site of the alarm activation and transmitted in real time via the security system. The video images are sent to the rapid response company, where it is determined whether the alarm activation is genuine or not. On-site human activity can then be confirmed by the control center. Video images are recorded and stored for future reference if necessary. If the alarm trigger is a genuine threat, the footage can be used later for prosecution by authorities. However, in the event that the activation cause remains unclear, the control room operator can always monitor the situation in real time. Visual verification systems are generally preferred over continuous live feed monitoring with CCTV, as they cost less in both money and human resources to operate and monitor. More cameras can be monitored at once with the visual verification. If a genuine offense or threat exists and the alarm is determined to be legitimate, a rapid response team or even the police can be dispatched to the location immediately.
Such electronic security systems helps to reduce cases of theft and also helps the police in their investigations. Meanwhile, we appreciate the assistance we get from members of the public in the fight against crime. And if you have any information that may assist the police, feel free to contact any nearest police station or contact us on the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. The website address is www.zrp.gov.zw. Our email address feedback@zrp.gov.zw. We also have a Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe and a Facebook page Zimbabwe Republic Police. You can also watch any of our Crime Watch episodes on ZRP YouTube channel Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. As police, we encourage you to put on your mask all the time, sanitize your hands frequently, and observe social distancing at all times. From me, Tendekai Dandaratsi, and the crew behind the scenes, pleasant viewing.